name is Amanda. Welcome to your 60-minute yoga class today. Today we are doing adaptive yoga with a chair, also known as chair yoga, and also working through some of our poses today to help us. I would encourage you to grab a few blocks as well as a strap. Now, if you don't have a strap available to you, you can use like a larger bath towel, something you can kind of like roll up and still have a lot of ability to get some length with, would work just fine. You can use a belt. Those would work just fine as well. So now, if you have never done chair yoga before, I think this is an excellent place to start if you're a beginner, because the chair really allows you a lot of support, and it allows you to ease yourself into some positions that maybe your muscles aren't quite ready for or are unused to, I should say. So I really encourage you to definitely take a chair yoga class. Welcome if you're here for that. If you've never taken one before, I think it's an excellent tool. So without further ado, I want you to go ahead and grab a comfortable seat in your chair, whatever that may look like for you. Pardon me. And we're going to go ahead and just flutter the eyes closed. If you want to take a mudra with your hands, certainly feel free. Find a comfortable resting position. And we're going to start to deepen our breath and move into our practice today. We're starting with 5 minutes of just quiet breathing, meditation, grounding yourself for your practice, and setting your intention. I'll check back in with you in approximately 5 minutes. can go ahead and bring awareness back. Go ahead and flutter the eyes open. I apologize for all the massive amount of noise in the background. My dog can't get comfortable today. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into the practice. The only other thing I want to mention is that whatever chair you're using, just make sure it's a steady chair, preferably one without wheels so it's not moving around on you. So I just want to make sure that you're aware, nice steady chair for you. Okay, so without further ado, if you have been leaning back in your chair, I want you to sit up nice and tall, create a little bit of space between your back and the back of the chair. And I want you to ground your feet down on the floor. Now, if that means that you have to slide forward a little bit to feel comfortable having those toes grounded into the floor, I want you to find where that comfort level rests for you. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and lift all the toes up off the ground, wiggle them around a little bit, and then you're going to place them back down with intention, really grounding down through the toes and through the heels, feeling all areas of the foot connect with the earth here. Again, we're going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall. We're going to start with a couple of neck rolls. Your hands can just rest here on the top of your thighs. I'm just going to roll the neck forward very gently, side to side. And back. Be careful not to crunch too much in the back of your neck when you're rolling to the back. And if this feels uncomfortable in the back, you can kind of do what I'm doing and go a little bit side to side, more so than all the way back. Go ahead and bring your head to a neutral position. We're going to start by rolling the shoulders as well. Roll them back first. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. My shoulder's going to click and pop. I hope you guys cannot hear this every single time I roll it back. And if yours does that, that's okay as long as it's not causing you any sort of discomfort or pain. Excellent. Now start to roll the shoulders forward, reversing directions here. Just loosening ourselves up. All right, go ahead and relax the shoulders here. On your next inhale, you're going to draw those shoulders up to your ears. And when you exhale, you're going to drop them. Just let all that tension go in your neck and your shoulders. Inhale, draw the shoulders up. And exhale, drop them. One more time. Inhale, draw them up. And exhale, drop them. Excellent. Go ahead and send the right arm up to the sky. And then you're going to just very gently place that, right hand over the left ear. And create a nice gentle stretch on the side of the neck here. Go ahead and release. This time you're going to send the left arm up to the sky and touch the right ear, stretching the right side of the neck. Go ahead and release. This time we're going to send both hands, both arms up overhead. Nice big stretch, sit up nice and tall. And this time when you exhale, I want you to cactus your arms open. You're drawing the shoulder blades together down the back of the spine. Your core here is tight and engaged. I don't want you dumping too much into the back of your spine. Go ahead and send the arms up again. And then exhale, open that arms up again. You're opening up that chest, creating a nice big space here in the throat area, in the chest area. Excellent. Go ahead and set them up. This time I want you to twist open to the right hand side. You're placing that left hand on the outside of the right knee. A nice gentle twist here. Maybe as you inhale, you find length in the back of your spine. And exhaling to deepen the twist. For your next inhale, you're going to come back to neutral, sending the arms up overhead. And then exhaling to the opposite side this time. Again, inhaling to find that length in the back body and exhaling to potentially deepen your twist. your next inhale, you're going to send both arms up again. Before you exhale, you're going to take the right hand, grab that left wrist, and stretch over to the right here, creating a gentle stretch in the left side body. Inhaling back to center, and then switching sides, stretching the right side body this time. Inhaling back to center, and then exhaling the arms down to the tops of the knees. From here, we're going to take a nice gentle inhale, and we're going to start to open that chest up towards the front here, creating lots of space, arching the back just very slightly, doing a seated cow. Always mess this one up. And you're going to exhale, round through the spine, creating space in the back body, bringing the chin to the chest here for seated cat. Inhale, round it through, opening up in the chest. And exhale, round it through. Inhale, open up in the front. And exhale, round through. Inhale, open up for seated cow. And exhale, round through for seated cat. One more cow here as you inhale. And exhale. Bringing yourselves back into neutral. I want you to reach down with your hands, grab that right knee, lift it as high as you feel comfortable with. If you're able to bring your knee all the way to your chest, that's great. Hold here for just a moment. Create a nice gentle stretch. Now again, with those hands on the back of the leg here, I want you to rotate your leg externally. We're doing a little gentle hip rotation here, scooping all the way through the bottom and bringing it back up. Now, if you are able to do this without your hands, certainly feel free to do that. I want you to find what feels good and comfortable in your body. Warming those hips up. All right. If you're back here in neutral, you've done 5 rotations. I want you this time to rotate the opposite way. So drop the knee first and then rotate it out. Doing a little bit different. It may feel a little bit different depending too on the level of comfort you've got going on in your hips. It's gonna be different for everyone. And then again, if you can do this without your hands, that's excellent. I encourage you to do so. Your final rotation, you can go ahead and drop that foot back down to the floor, grounding down nice and deep in that right side. And when you're ready, you can switch over to the left. You're going to pull that left leg back up, coming into neutral. Pausing for just a moment. Noticing how you feel. You could start with your external rotation, just like you did on the opposite side. Bringing it through the bottom and back up to the top. Moving like you. When you're doing this, so make sure that your core, your abdomen, your spine is engaged. It's well balanced and it's well supported. Go ahead and reverse directions of the hips, this time rotating again. Opposite direction, starting at the bottom, moving out, and then coming up. Excellent. Once you're done, you can go ahead and drop that left foot back down to the earth, finding a little bit of stillness, just noticing how your body feels here. We're going to go ahead and pick that right knee up again. And this time you're going to reach down and guide that right ankle over to the top of the left knee. We're going to do for a seated pigeon here. And just kind of let that left knee fall to the outside here. Now when you're doing this, I don't want you to push down by any means on this knee. That creates a lot of torque and tension in your hips and your knee areas. It's not very good for your body. So just want you to relax here gently, let it fall to the point that it does. If you want to deepen your stretch, which you should be feeling on the outside of this hip here, lean forward. That's all you gotta do, I promise. You lean forward, you're gonna start to feel that increased tension in the back area of that hip. You can also draw this foot in a little bit if you would like. Your ankle should be in line with your knee here. But I want you to find what feels good, because maybe your knees feel a little bit different than mine do. We're all built a little bit differently, so. Nice flat back. Make sure you're not hunched over. Flat back, leaning forward. Open chest. Excellent. Go ahead and unfold very gently, guiding that foot back down to the earth. And this time guiding the left knee up, reaching down for that left ankle and guiding it over to the top of the right knee. Boy, maybe you're snap, crackling, and popping like you just heard me do, right? And again, finding your level of comfort. Keep that chest open, the back is flat. And if you want to deepen your stretch, just keep that most upright posture and start to lean forward like you're trying to peer over your leg or over your foot here. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and release that foot back down to the earth, pausing for just a moment to regain yourself. And when you're ready with the support of your chair, you can go ahead and stand up. We're going to move through 2 sun salutations for the day. If you need to make any kind of adjustments with your chair, you can do that. Oops. We want to have the seat of the chair facing towards you to move through your sun salutations for today. So we're going to start standing nice and tall in mountain. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhaling to fold, finding your chair here. Now this time you're going to let your head hang heavy. I want you to come down to whatever level of comfort works best for you, relaxing the knees. Again, just allowing that head to hang heavy. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, finding a half lift, and exhaling to fold. We're going to step ourselves back into plank. Make sure you have a nice good grip on your chair here. Coming into a plank. And we're going to still move through chaturanga. So if you're able to, you're going to shift forward, lower down as far as is comfortable, and scoop the nose through to open up into a cobra. Go ahead and send the hips up and back just like you would for down dog. Finding your version of downward facing dog. Good extension. And then make your way to the top, just like you would if you were doing this on the ground for a forward fold. Inhaling again to find the half lift. And folding. This time you're going to root to rise very gently, rolling up the spine, sending the arms up overhead. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. As you exhale, you're going to cactus those arms open, opening up the chest. Inhaling the arms overhead. And then exhaling your arms down to your sides. coming into a nice tall mountain pose. Pardon me. One more time, inhale the arms up. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling for that half lift. Exhaling to fold. Stepping back into a plank position. Shifting forward, lowering down through chaturanga and scooping to find your version of cobra. Shifting, use hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Making our way to the top and folding. Inhaling for your half lift. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling very gently, rolling up the spine, sending the arms up overhead, nice and slow. And then exhaling those arms open, cactusing them open. Inhale, send them up. And exhaling, letting the hands float down to your side, sitting in a nice tall mountain pose. Pausing for just a moment. Excellent job. We're going to go ahead and have a seat in our chair. Again, if you need to make any adjustments with your chair, feel free to do so. Pardon me, once you're seated comfortably in your chair, making sure that your back is not against the back of the chair here. You want that space. We're going to do the same thing again with those feet. We're going to lift up the toes, ground down, finding a nice grounded balance in our feet here. Connecting with the earth. We're going to send the arms out to the side here. Sitting up nice and tall, you're in a seated mountain. Your core is still engaged here. Your spine is still very supported. Chest is open, throat is open. Still grounding down to those feet. Nice active legs here. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and move into a crescent lunge on the right hand side. Pardon me. To do so, we're going to open that right leg up to the side here. And then we're going to send the left leg back, coming up high. Now, if you're short legs, I should say, and you need some extra support, this is where the blocks come in. Put that block down, sit your foot on top of it. This gives you a lot of extra length here. And if you need that, use it. Use it. Utilize it. That's the word I'm looking for. Utilize it. That's what it's there for. Again, we're rotating from the thoracic spine here, sending those arms up overhead for a nice, big, supported crescent lunge. Remember, we're on the back toe here. This back leg is active, pushing, allowing that openness in the chest here. And when we're ready, we're going to go ahead and open ourselves up into Warrior Two. Now, to do that, you may have to reach down and grab your chair for support here. This back foot, pardon me, I need to come off the block here. It's going to rotate just like you would do. This is my Warrior Two if I'm on the ground, right? But I'm sitting on top of the chair to do it. You may have to make some adjustments, and that's okay. Finding what feels good, and then sending those arms out. When you're ready, you're going to take that front hand, flip it over, shift forward, scoop up some air, and send it up and back, coming into a reverse warrior. Now we're going to shift forward, bringing that right elbow to the top of the right thigh here. Swing the left arm forward and up, opening up on the side body here, coming into an extended side angle. Cycling ourselves back up into Warrior Two. Bring your hands down to your chair. And I want you to very gently move yourself into goddess pose. So by goddess, let me move these blocks out of the way so you can see my feet. Both of our feet are turned forward as much as possible. If your feet are here and that's what feels comfortable in your knees, stay there, that's fine. Finding that grounding point, you should be sitting down, balanced on your tailbone kinda. And the abdomen here is drawn in, the spine is supported. Again, goddess. If you're able to, you can send the arms up overhead or you can leave them at heart center, finding what feels comfortable in your body for your practice today. Breathing like you. On your next exhale, I do want you to twist to the right here. If you're able to, getting that left hand on the outside of the right knee. Coming back into center. And then twisting to the left. Coming back into center. Now this time we're going to switch. Come into a crescent lunge on the left side. So go ahead, grab that chair for support. Again, if you need to grab that block to place it underneath your foot here, your front foot, you're certainly welcome to do so. You may find you need it on one side and don't need it on the other. Totally normal. Our bodies are just like that sometimes, right? When you're ready, you can send those arms up. Again, nice, big, active back leg up on that back toe. Finding your version of crescent lunge. Rotating open, finding your version of warrior two. And again, if you need to sit, reach down and grab that chair just to reset yourself a little bit, totally fine. When you're ready, you're going to flip that front hand over, lean forward, scoop up some air, send it up and back for a reverse warrior. Bringing that left elbow down to the top of the thigh, cycling that right arm forward and open, opening up to an extended side angle. Bringing ourselves back up into warrior two. Very gently reach down to grab your chair for support. Moving ourselves back into goddess, your version. Sitting up nice and tall, and again, those arms can come here to heart center, or they can be sent up overhead, finding what feels good in your body. Go ahead and relax those arms down and release the legs. Guiding them back into center. When you move forward, sit on a little bit more of the forward edge of your chair and send the legs out wide. Coming into like a wide-legged position here, sitting up nice and tall. And when you're ready, grab one of those blocks, maybe two, and you're going to start to lean forward over that block here, coming into like a wide-legged forward fold position. If you need to make any kind of adjustments with those legs, feel free. allowing that head to hang heavy. Again, if you want to use 2 blocks because you feel more comfortable with that, that's totally fine. Allowing that chair to support the bottom, give you lots of balance. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, finding a half lifted position. And this time as you exhale, you're going to start to reach or walk your way over to the right a little bit. When you're ready, you're going to come back through center and start to walk your way over to the left side. Again, coming back through center. We're going to take a gentle twist here. Again, if you need to use your block because your hands don't reach the ground all the way, it's perfectly fine. But you are going to plant your left hand either on top of the block or on the ground, and then you're going to twist open with the right hand up towards the sky. Excellent. Go ahead and bring the right arm down. Switching places with the left hand here. Grounding down in that right arm. And whenever you're ready, you're going to inhale and bring that left arm up to the sky. Again, nice gentle twist. Bringing the left hand down to the ground or to the top of the block. I'll let the head hang heavy here for a second. And when you're ready, moving like you, very gently going to go ahead and start to sit up, bringing those feet in to a more neutral position. Do you want you to slide back a little bit more on your chair? Go ahead and grab your strap. I want you to be very supported by your chair. I'd say probably at least half my leg, if not more, is on the chair. If you want to scoot all the way back, that's fine too. I want you to find what feels good and comfortable in your body, but make sure those legs are very supported. We are going to be doing a head to toe here, and I encourage you to use your strap for this. I think this is a very challenging position for a lot of people. So we're going to ease ourselves into it as best as we can. So without further ado, grab your strap. You're going to guide that right knee, up. And you're going to slip that strap around the right foot here. And again, if you don't have a strap and you have a belt instead or a towel, just loop it around that foot there, right around the ball area of your foot, just below the toes is where you want this to land. When you're ready, you're going to sit up nice and tall. Now, if you start to do this and you notice that you're starting to like really round through the back, maybe we, myself included, don't have our back muscles developed quite enough and our core muscles developed quite enough to sit up some, you are more than welcome to sit all the way back so that way your chair is providing you a lot of support. That's what it's there for. We're developing muscles, we're learning new things. So finding what feels good in your body. If you need to make any adjustments while we're going through this, please feel free to do so. So you're going to take your right hand, grab the strap here, and when you're ready, you're going to ground down through that left leg. Left leg is still active. Right leg, we're going to start to send that right toes out. Or I guess kick your heel out, I should say. Finding extension here. Now, if you're here and this is where you stop at, that's fine. That's normal. A lot of us have very, very tight hamstrings, which creates a lot of low back tension, pain in the hips, and that's fine. It's normal. So if we're here, that's fine. If you need to take a break at any time, that's fine. We're going to hang out here for a little bit. Make sure when you're doing this, you're not allowing that right hip to shift forward. You want to try to keep your hips in line here. I know it's easier said than done. But nice active pressing with that the right foot here, like you're pressing on a gas pedal a little bit. And if you're able, you can find some extension here, maybe lifting a little bit. Gotta have super strong hip flexors to do that. So I'll be very impressed. And again, if you need to pause and take a break, certainly feel free to do that. This is challenging for sure. All right, now if you're ready, we're gonna start to rotate that out a little bit, finding where your point of rotation is. It may not be very far, it may be super far. It's gonna feel different for everyone. You may have a lot of lift here and be able to get it up way high. Or you may be just in a very neutral position like I am. Again, everyone's hips are so different. Like we all have them obviously, but they are so different in how they're built and how you develop with your muscles, and what looks different may look one way in my body could look totally different in yours. It could even be different from one side to the other. So I want you just to focus on what you're feeling in your body. And again, if you need to drop that foot down to the ground and take a break, it's perfectly fine. Excellent. Go ahead and bring that foot back into neutral here. You can slip the strap off of your, or whatever you're using, off of the right foot. Taking a moment here to pause, just noticing how, if you feel any difference between the right side of your body and the left side of your body. Excellent. Go ahead and guide that left knee up, slipping the strap over the left foot here. This is a super long strap. And whenever you're ready, making sure that right foot is grounded down into the earth. You got lots of support here. Your back and your spine here is engaged and supported. Whenever you're ready, you can start to kick that foot out. And again, you're pressing with the left foot like you're pressing on a gas pedal here. Again, as we're doing this, if you need to take a break and lower your leg down, please feel free to do that. Checking in with those hips, making sure they're staying in line here. When you're ready, you can start to rotate that leg out to the left, finding your point where your rotation is. Excellent job. Go ahead and bring that foot back into center here and release. You can take the strap off of the leg and just set it to the side here. I want you to scoot forward on your chair a little bit. Send the right leg out in front of you. The left one is still grounded, making sure that the knee is stacked over the ankle here. That right foot is going to be flexed, and you're going to start to lean forward, keeping a flat back, chest open, like you're peering over something. You're going to start to feel a stretch along the back side of the leg. Doing a nice gentle hamstring stretch here. Excellent. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Ground that right foot down into the earth, making sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. Sending the left leg out, flexing that foot, keeping the leg active. Start to lean forward like you're peering over into something. Do you feel the point of tension here? Nice stretch in the back of the leg. Excellent. Coming back into neutral. This time I want you to scoot a little bit over to the right side of your chair here. Your right bottom here is going to be hanging off a little bit. Go ahead and place that left hand on the outside of the left chair here. Ground down through that front foot here with the left. And you're going to reach down and very gently grab your ankle, your right ankle, right hand, right ankle. Start to extend that quad back. My block is in the way. There we go. Just finding a nice gentle stretch here in the front of that hip flexor, the front of the thigh. Don't crank too much on it. You don't want to injure your knee doing this. Have a nice gentle stretch. Excellent. Go ahead and release that. Sliding over to the other side of your chair. Grabbing that right hand to the outside of the chair here. Grounding down with that right foot in the front. Whenever you're ready, grabbing that left ankle and bringing it back, stretching your quad muscle, the front of your hip flexor on your left side this time. Go ahead and release, sliding yourselves back into the center here. Finding that neutral position with our feet again. Placing the hands on the top of the knees. We're going to inhale for a cat. A cow. Opening up the chest, rounding. Oh, not rounding, I'm sorry. Stretching. Opening up the back and the chest here. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to round through, bringing the chin to the chest, finding space between the shoulder blades for a cat. Inhaling. Oof, for cow. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling again. And exhaling. Bring yourself back into a neutral position here. Pardon me. You're going to sit on those hip bones, sit back just a little bit and kind of wiper the legs a little bit back and forth. Nice gentle movements here. Whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and send the legs out long, arms up high, creating a nice big full body stretch. Oh, big stretch. I want you to bring those knees up to the chest here. Maybe you balance on your sit bones a little bit. go ahead and release. We're going to make our way to the ground now. Excuse me. So go ahead and use that chair for support as you stand up. Again, if you need to make any adjustments with your chair, please feel free. I do encourage you to grab a block or have one close by potentially for this next thing that we're going to do. Whenever you're ready, you're going to reach over, grab both sides of the chair, nice supported, and ease yourself down to the earth on your knees. Bringing those big toes together, we're going to send the hips down and back, coming into a child's pose. Now, this can create a lot of strain and tension on the knees here, and if you are uncomfortable, grab that block, place it under your bottom, okay? That gives you a lot of lift and support here, which can be very helpful when we're trying to ease ourselves into this position. And with that, we're also going to go ahead and just kind of let ourselves fall over the chair here, letting the head come to rest, pardon me, on the top of the chair. Or maybe you go side to side, whatever feels comfortable for you. We're going to be here for quite a few cycles of breath, so just relax into it. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead and use the chair to push yourself back up into neutral. Now we're going to find a Shavasana next. So if you are pregnant or laying on your back is something that is very, very uncomfortable for you, I suggest that you do your Shavasana just like what we just did. Do that child's pose, remain here for your Shavasana. And I'm going to guide you into another position here for Shavasana. And if you're in that other position and you start to notice that it's just not working, I want you just to roll onto your side and just remain there for the remainder of the Shavasana time. So if you're on the block, go ahead and set that to the side. We're going to go ahead and start to move over to our bottom, however that flow looks for you. We're going to scoot towards our chair. Now from here, go ahead and walk ourselves down onto our backs. I think I'm a little bit too close to this wall behind me. And then we're going to take the legs, prop them on top of the chair here, okay? Laying all the way down on our backs, finding a nice comfortable position. And again, if at any point this feels uncomfortable and or you're in that second or that third trimester of pregnancy, roll over to the side, or you can sit up and do your the child's pose position that we were just in. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and close those eyes. Relaxing into our breath here, finding our Shavasana, and I will guide you back to your practice in just a few minutes. Go ahead and start to bring awareness back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, opening up the eyes. And when you're ready, you're going to roll over onto your side here very gently, very slowly. Just pausing for a moment, finding stillness. When you are ready to set up, do so nice and slowly. You're going to place that palm down on the ground here. You're going to push yourself up to your elbow. Pardon me. And you're going to start to scoot that bottom around, swinging the legs around. My chair is in my way. Making our way up to our knees. And then I want you to use that chair for support to get yourself up again, nice and slow, especially if you've been laying down on the ground. You use that chair for support. And once you're up, go ahead and have a seat in it. Scoot back over here. Forgot to move my chair. All right. With that, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed your practice and that you feel well balanced in your mind and your body. I do hope that you do get to join me again, and I hope that you achieve everything that you want to today. You can go ahead and bring those hands into heart center and up to the third eye. Again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.